You already know what it is. It's your boy Lightwalker X here, back with another video, and it looks like Kendrick Lamar is going to be heading on a world tour. And I guess you could already consider it a world tour because he was going to North America, South America, and then obviously some parts of Europe and Australia. So at that point, you can consider it a world tour because he's going to 4 different continents. As of right now, this has not been confirmed by his team yet. It has been confirmed by Malaysia's Department of Tourism. And essentially what happened is they put up a calendar which lists all their stadium events for 2026, and pretty much at the bottom of this list here, it does show that Kendrick Lamar has booked the National Hockey Stadium in Kuala Lumpur on October 29th, 2026. So that's more than a year away. But essentially, it looks like that Kendrick Lamar will potentially have a concert in Malaysia for 2026, and that is October 29th, 2026 to be exact. Now, with that being said, I have mentioned this multiple times in previous videos, but it isn't something hard to guess. Like, if you follow the model of the Damn Tour and the Mr. Morale Tour, and you just assume that Kendrick would follow the same model and format, then this was kind of obvious. It's not foreign for artists to do tours and space it out and then continue to tour a couple months after. So that is what Kendrick has done in the past. He's essentially done the Damn Tour. He would start in North America, do a set amount of dates, and then go to South America or Europe, and then he would pause for maybe 3 to 4 months, depending on, and then go to Australia or elsewhere. Now, if you remember, the Mr. Morale Tour started in 2022, but it technically didn't end until March of 2024, which his last show was in Mexico at that point. And that was like 2 weeks or a week and a half before like that even dropped. So in between that, he obviously was doing his thing, you know, working on music, taking his breaks, stuff like that. Like, he had months on end where he would disappear, but he would come back and do a show in South Africa, or he would come back and do a show in Korea. So it looks like as of right now, he is going to Malaysia. We don't know if there's going to be other dates. If this is true, there could potentially be other dates in Asia. He may go back to Tokyo, and he may also go back to South Korea. He's been to South Korea a couple times for the Damn Tour and Mr. Morale Tour. So I do assume that that might be on his plate as well. But I mentioned in a recent upload that it could be a possibility that he may even go to other parts of China. If that is the case, I don't know if Kendrick has gone to China before, but if he hasn't, then this would be the first time for him to go, and I think that would be pretty massive. But long story short, this looks like it's turning out to be the Grand National World Tour. This is a full-on world tour, and it kind of makes sense. Like, if this is your biggest album, your biggest moment, you did these songs or some of them at the Super Bowl, which is one of the crowning moments of his career, it kind of makes sense that you're going to take this global. And even better, he's going to take the diss tracks global. We've never seen someone have this amount of success from a diss track and then be able to actually carry this victory lap going into a 3rd year now, which will be 2026. So that's going to be 3 years now at this point. We've never seen this before. An artist take diss tracks globally around the world. And at this point, we've never seen hip hop at this level on the grandest stage. I have never seen it taken this far before. We've seen pop rap and R&B rap or somewhat decent rappers touring with other genre artists. They may do a world tour and stuff like that, but we've never seen it just straight hip hop like this. And we don't know. This is a long time away. Again, this hasn't been confirmed by anyone on Kendrick's team, but the assumption was that he was gonna go to Asia at some point and then go to South Africa or Africa at some point. We just didn't know when. So if that is the case, if this is really happening and the Malaysia date is confirmed, then it looks like he is indeed going to take this around the entire world. I do see some other countries saying, hey, what's going on? When are we going to get our shows? I think he's 100% going to be coming to South Africa and maybe Japan again. So I do see that happening, and I did think it would happen in 2026. Because you have to space out these things, right? There's a whole reason why he took that long break from when he finished the European section till now, where he's in the Latin America section. And obviously outside of resting and recuperation and stuff like that, you know, there are a lot of logistics that have to be set up and handled for you to take your tours to other countries, right? It may not be so easy to get everything you need. And you got to think about the hassle and the maintenance and the stage setup and all those things. We just saw that happen in Colombia. They had Kendrick booked for a show, but it looked like the stadium structural integrity wasn't anywhere near where it needed to be to have that many people in there. And outside of that, it looked like they were also having a capacity issue because people were jumping the lines, and it looked like the capacity was over what it should have been. So that could have been a catastrophe right there, and I'm glad it was avoided. It does suck for the Colombian fans because I'm sure they would love to see Kenny, and I hope he does reschedule that. I do think that is down the line. But as you can see, it ain't always going to be easy to get your world tour situated and have all the logistics handled, right? So it does require time. And this is why we also have timing in between his tour dates. No one is going to go tour for a year straight without any type of break in between around the whole world. No one is capable of doing that. But it does make sense why there is such spacing. Now, for this specific date, you're going to wonder why October? Why announce it? Or why are we finding out about this a year and some change in advance? I also saw someone ask, why does it say 2026? And, that kind of put a thought in my head, and like, it could be a typo, right? Like, he could perform in Malaysia in 2025 right now, right? And that could really be this year. But at the same time, it does seem kind of random to just kind of throw a Malaysian date in the month of October when the concert would be like 3.5 weeks away. Like, I'm pretty sure he would give the fans more time to purchase a ticket. So if that is the case and it is this year, then that would be kind of crazy because that's a government website, how you making a mistake like that. But then that's probably not going to be the case because you're giving your fans a limited amount of time to get tickets. So I do think it is indeed for next year. And if that is the case, does he really plan to tour with the Grand National songs going into the end of next year as well? That could be a possibility. He did do that with Damn. He did do that with Mr. Morale. And as I said before, as he took those breaks in between, he still was able to perform those same songs. And I think he dropped maybe in 2023 one feature, and that was with Baby Keem, the Hillbillies. And he didn't perform that when he was at that point on the Mr. Morale tour, if I'm not mistaken. So he's definitely done that before. I wouldn't say it's a long shot to believe that he may not drop anything else, but I highly doubt that. DJ Head did say that Kendrick is operating on a 4-year plan. So I do expect more features and more music, right? We're definitely probably going to get that. But is it time to finally stop being delusional about the deluxe album? Is it actually coming? We've seen Jason Martin, some other Kendrick affiliates saying the same thing they were kind of saying last year around these times. It'll all make sense in the fourth quarter. And when the fourth quarter came, we got GNX. So does that mean that we're getting another album entirely, or are we getting a GNX deluxe? I think either way, the possibilities of him dropping something in terms of a body of work before this Malaysia date is highly likely. And he's been saying on a few of these last shows in South America that he will be back very soon. So is there going to be another tour starting at the end of next year going into 2027 when he's coming back to North America? I think it's highly likely. And I definitely think that this Malaysia date does confirm that he is indeed taking this tour to higher heights. And I didn't think it could be taken higher than this. It's already out at another level, but he's really making it the Grand National World Tour. And with that being said, it does seem like he may be giving us some more work, some more music to digest in between that time. So we'll wait and see. As of right now, this is the Malaysian Department of Tourism calendar that is confirming events for 2026, but no one from PG Lang or TDE or anything like that has announced this themselves. And I don't think they would, right? This is just the Malaysian government that's organizing their events and stuff like that. That's just putting it down for the public to see. But I do think that we may get an announcement from them at some point, maybe towards the end of the year or going into next year. I don't think they'd sell tickets yet, but who knows? You never know. They could start announcing tickets a year in advance, and I'm sure people would buy them, right? So shout out to the Malaysian Kendrick fans. It looks like you're going to be getting some Kendrick most likely. And if that is the case, it does seem that this is indeed the Grand National World Tour. So you guys let me know down below what you think. If this is confirmed to be true, it does look like he is going to Malaysia and will be extending this tour or some type of performance or concert at some point of 2026. So you guys let me know what you think down below. Have you seen the Grand National Tour yet? Have you gotten a chance to attend? Let me know what city and if you did. And if you haven't yet, let me know if it is coming to a city near you and what city that is. Thank you so much for all the love and support you guys have been giving me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed and stay tuned.
Hey, tell me, I don't want to talk on no selling. You know I got language barriers. There's no accent you can sell me. You're cold and ivory, you know I'm a selfish. The crown is heavy. I pray they ain't my real friends. If not,